Good evening. Swerve 36, the monument. Old granddad checking in. Shout out to Cheats Movement for posting my event recap. Good looking out, Cheats. Shout out to Southpaw Battle Coalition, AGM and Cheats for putting on the event. Tonight we're going to talk about the battle that just dropped. First battle dropped from the event. I feel like Battle of the Night. They dropped it first. That's great. Shout out Radio, the whole fam. Battle of the Night, without a doubt. Big Jinya versus NickelUs F. NickelUs F versus Big Jinya. Quoted from the group, best Virginia battle of all time. Someone else's opinion. I may not be able to disagree with that. I'd have to examine it, but I don't know that I can disagree with that. Shout out to Noah O, Gritty City, all my fam. Charged Up DJs. New Juice Crew, you know who you do. But tonight we're talking about NickelUs F versus Big Jinya. So let's get into it. A lot of anticipation for this battle. They had a face-off. Shout out to Cheats again, did a great job with that. All that helps to build anticipation and make it a great night. This was a great night, a great battle. I took some notes. I got the facts. And as usual, the facts support what I felt in the room. You know, when you're live, you don't remember every detail, but I go with my gut feeling. And the facts supported my gut feeling that I had in the room that night. First round, Nick sets it off. Not sure how they decided that. I did not see the coin flip or how that decision was crafted. Nick goes first, which is a big deal in a battle. A lot of times who goes first or last can alter the outcome. Nick jumps off first. A lot of bars. Punch on top of punch. Not a lot of setup. A lot of bars. Bar heavy. Nick's incredible with the performance. A lot of energy. I'll just go over a few. In the West Coast scheme, shout out Drew Hill. Drew Down. Shout out Drew Down with the perm. Amphibian and Pirates. Send the Pirates to the crib he in. Wordplay. Checks and balances at Social Studies. Capitol Hill. Cap, it'll heal. Talk through text. Leave a couple messages in you. That's the kind of wordplay that we love here at 10,000 Studio. Swear 360 Digital. White boy from the West Virginia. Bars. A lot of bars. Hard to argue with bars. Face open like the Predator. You know, this jackoff came alone. And last but not least, Khaleesi, dragon bitches. It's the bars I like. Don't confuse the issue. I'm not for violence against women. It's the wordplay. It's the bars. Okay? A lot of bars, a lot of punches. Big Jinya comes out strong, gets the room on his side, makes everybody aware he's there, and then continues. Love the Slick Rick scheme, like the old head rappers. Love the Slick Rick scheme. Arms out, that's good defense. Horace, the one eye with the Egypt bars. Easy death, and it's time to get ruthless. You know, don't lose faith with that little bitch. You know, don't be big, stupid. Just bars, wordplay, schemes. That's what it's about. Material, bulk, material. In poker bet, he'll raise hands. And last but not least, the Dave Justice bar. As a child, I saw Dave Justice play at Parker Field, now known as the Diamond. So as an old head, we appreciate the bars that remind us of the old days. A lot of these young gentlemen have bars from a day long past, and the old guys appreciate that. It's Richmond history, right? It's where we're all from. It's Richmond history. Here we go. So that was round one. In my mind, Nick just had too many bars, too much performance. So I gave round one to Nick. If I'm doing the Southpaw style of judging, I give it 10-9. It's close. It's great. First round is building anticipation for the second round. People are involved in this battle in the room. I was in the room. People are involved. They're soaking this up. All right. So round 2 on Nick. He had a Mike Tyson, Robin Givens line, and I'm sure, being his name is Jinya or whatever, I'm guessing by the bar, Big Jinya's name is Givens, because that's the only way it makes it passable. Without that, it's horrible. I don't feel the Mike Tyson, Robin Givens. To me, that's a defeat type of line. It's just overused, and we don't need to hear that anymore. That's a shortcut in my mind. For you people at home, that's a shortcut, I feel like. But it's only very few small moments in Nick's performance I could point to. There was a bit of gas in the room. Nick is a leader in his league. He is the mentor, the old head in his league with the most background, and so he gets a bit of gas. I'll be fair to say that. Soda pop, let them see the carbon ate him. Twice as famous. Nick is twice as famous as most of us. Probably 4 times as much as me. So that's true. You know, what is rapping if it's not bragging and boasting a bit? He's popping his collar right there, you know. He'll let his young boys surge in like Doogie Howser. Great wordplay, bars. That's what they say. And he made some comment about, I think, shooting Jinya between his titties. Let me just say something as a comic. Talking about a man's titties is always funny. I don't care the reason, the place, the who, what, the where, the why. It doesn't matter. That's funny. It's good stuff. And little jokes in between all the gun bars and seriousness helps remind everybody that we are just battle rapping. And that's a good reminder. The literature scheme, Shakespeare's and Great Gatsby and these kind of things, the dichotomy of combining gangster aggressive talk with English literature, that's tasty. That's good stuff right there. That's tasty. Clips don't need a third. Great bar. May have been said before. It's one of those kind of bars that is suspect for being in the universe already. I don't know that to be true. I'm just saying it's possible. It's one of those kind of bars. Falling out with 50 like Bang'em Smurf, the Mortal Kombat scheme. There was a Looney Tunes scheme the whole crowd slept on. Nick, like I said, was just punch after punch. It's almost like the crowd can't take it at some points. Coming back like the Messiah. If I miss, I come back. Wordplay. Flipping words around. Wordplay, bar schemes. That's what it's all about. Let's get the Big Jinya second round. Comes out strong with the Rob show, the fantasy, the ridiculousness. He calls himself Mr. Oxymoron. He's all right with the left. Great bars, great wordplay. He had the NBA shooting scheme where he named a bunch of left-handers and he just left you. I think I'm getting that. Like I said, I'm not a current sports fan, so I get some of the older sports references. Some of the newer ones slide past me. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment box. Or if you feel the need to explain something to the old man, please do it in the comment box below, and I'll pound you up for that, right? The need'll kill you if you let the pen decide this. Now, that's what I'm talking about. It's classic wordplay. Shout out to Big Jinya. He shouted out the GRTC. That's just Richmond. I mean, you do really get a feel with Big Jinya's selection of bars and words that you just feel Virginia in it, And with his name, that's great. I mean, it just brings it 360. Woo! Mad Face is light-skinned. I'm just paraphrasing. Don't think, you watch the battle, but I'm saying melanin, the right pigment, and, dog at the vet. There's no escape, dog. Great bars all the way through. Again, I feel like Nick just had too much performance and too many bars. I gave round 2 to NickelUs F as well. Going to round 3, Nick Started round 3 with a bit of history lesson of him, again, popping his collar about repping RVA on the national stage on BET. He was the Freestyle Friday champion, which is no small feat, trust me. His mural hangs in Oregon Hill. If anybody doesn't understand that, do your history. Oregon Hill is old school, traditionally white and maintained white neighborhood in Richmond. In my lifetime, people of color were not welcome there. So for Nick to get his mural painted and for it to be maintained and still look great in Oregon Hill is a big, big deal in Richmond. A lot of people from other places, or if you're younger and don't understand your history, wouldn't understand that. He had a line about how you rappers can be appreciated even if you don't blow. And his career is a great one to pay attention to because everyone is not going to be top 5. So you got to find a way to make a life out of this if you're not top 5, right? Not so much bar heavy, but popping his collar and speaking truth to power. I appreciate that. Then comes back with the dog in the bushes to roll that beautiful beam footage. Great line, great wordplay, and feels like a very Richmond commercial. I'm sure it plays everywhere. Poise, eye in the middle, makes poison. He's going to bloom your onion. And supposedly Big Jinya looks like some third-string nose tackle. He had slave owner bars. I don't feel comfortable appreciating those, but they were bars nonetheless. No game. Something else to roll his reefer had recreational bars. We appreciate those. Shout out to Nick. And hemorrhoids. Who gave hemorrhoids? They're sore because they ain't us. You know, just bars, wordplay. At this point in the battle in the room, I might have kind of phased out. I mean, my gut feeling was that Nick was winning. And going back and looking at the footage, studying the tape, creating a book of notes over the bars, I still can't argue. My gut feeling was correct. Big Jinya's third. Shout to Rakim. Great old headlines. Plus and minus is neutral ground. To get to the wisdom, he had to remove the crown. Great bars, great wordplay. NF, the FN scheme, great, clever. Came in and out. A lot of Jinya's bars, a lot of his schemes are a little stretched out, so you have to really listen to catch them. And I may have missed some things. Forgive the old man. I'm dyslexic. I'm old. I've had a life full of recreational activities, and I have a 5-month-old son. So if something escapes me, don't hate. Just put it in the comment section down below, and I'll pound you up. All right? Different kind of gym sweat. It's Gym Star bars. The old man's not that old. I remember the 90s. I know what you're talking. Creep with the long arm out the wall like insects. He went on, had a bug scheme. Was great. There was a lot of use of the inspect in there. I didn't get all of that. If you want to, you can explain it to me. Explain it to me. Right there. Right there. Explain it to me. I'll pound you up. Bombay getting Jin's best. A lot of great lines. A lot of great lines. And here's the overview. The overview is this battle is a great battle. It's been called Virginia's best battle. Very well could be. I don't want to argue that. I'd have to do the research. This battle creates anticipation not only for the rematch, but to see both battlers again. Win. It's a win for everybody. If you want to talk about who won the battle, NickelUs F won this battle. Definitely 2-1, if not 3-0. I had a 3-0. I had him edging every round. Now, here's the thing. In Southpaw Battle Coalition, there are no time limits. I disagree with this practice. I think both men should shoot for about the same amount of time. It's easier to judge. Shout out to the judges. No disrespect, but I totally disagree. It's hard to judge a battle live the night of. I wouldn't have wanted to do it without reviewing the footage. Nick comes with a certain amount of gas. People had a little sleep for Big Jinya. That's part of it. But let's do the breakdown. The breakdown is this. First round, Nick rapped 6 minutes 30 seconds. Big Jinya 5 minutes 45 seconds. Second round, Nick rapped for 7 minutes. Big Jinya 4 minutes 45 seconds. Third round, Nick rapped for 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Big Jinya barely got over 4 minutes. All right, so I have to call it like I see it. I have Nicholas F. winning every round. A lot of times if you go long, it can hurt you if you have a bunch of filler. That's not the case with Nick. Nicholas F. had a lot of bars. Punch after punch. Too much for Big Jinya. Too much in the bars. Too much more, more time, more bars. To me, easier to understand, to break down. I didn't need the explanations. It's not always the crowd's fault if you feel they need explanations. Sometimes it's the battler's fault. I'm not saying that's all the case here. I'm just saying it's not always the crowd's fault. Long story short, itching to see the rematch. Want to see both these guys battle each other again after they battle some other people. It's a win-win for everybody. If it's even being considered as the greatest Virginia battle, what more? I mean, that's great, man. It's a classic, super classic. So we got a super classic. In my mind, Nicholas F. won. Edge 3-0 every round. For the future, I want to see Big Jinya versus anybody. I want to see Big Jinya versus Radio. Big Jinya versus Bravo. All the big names, top tiers. Big Jinya versus Moon might be interesting. I definitely want to see Nick versus Moon as the mentors and old heads of each of their leagues, respectively. I feel like it'd be a great battle. I'm a huge Moon fan, let it be said. And I think it'd be a great showdown, a huge clash between the two leagues. So that's what's going on with that. Who will Rock Stage's battle? That's on my mind. I'm still thinking about who I want to see Rock Stage's battle as he makes his entrance into the battle rap world. We hope that's not just a rumor. I hope that's going to happen. Again, shout out to the Goonies. Did a great job hosting with everything they're doing at URL. Shout out to Strange Matter, AGM, Cheats Movement, Old Granddad, 360, 10,000 Studios. I'm out.